Okay, so today it's going to be Rochelle takes on, and Rochelle's taking on public transportation, aka the Flix bus. It's a good, cheap option if you're only traveling with kind of just you and another person, and it runs anywhere from $4.99 to $12.99, just depending on where you're going and how early you order your ticket. So it's 8:30. My bus is supposed to leave at 8:45. It's not here yet. Rumor has it they have a habit of being late, so let's see how this goes. We'll report back later. I made it to Anaheim on the Flix bus. My honest opinion, it wasn't bad. It wasn't the worst form of transportation I've ever had. I would highly recommend it if you're just gonna go for a short trip. I would also definitely recommend reserving your seat. You can do that for like $1.99 extra. I think the front two seats are a little bit more because they call it a panoramic view, aka the windshield. Don't know why, but it's kind of cool because you have free Wi-Fi on the bus. I started watching Bohemian Rhapsody and I decided I didn't want to kill my battery. They do have plugins under all of the seats, which is cool. But if you don't know the person you're sitting next to, in order to plug in your phone, you kind of have to fondle your seatmate, which in this day and age really isn't appropriate. So be the first in line to get on the bus. Get on the bus quick, and then I would plug in your phone if you're going to maybe watch movies or take advantage of the free Wi-Fi. Like I said, I think it was a great trip. The driver was pretty confident. We were only 10 minutes late, and I went from Old Town San Diego to the Arctic Station in Anaheim. Baby girl picked me up. There she is. And we're gonna hit Disneyland for a couple of hours, which, you know, when in Anaheim, hit Disneyland, right? So take the Arctic. It's great for a day trip. And have an awesome day, guys. Bye. Okay, Flix bus final review. I took a round trip on the Flix bus from Old Town San Diego to the Arctic Station in Anaheim, which is kind of a main transit hub down there, for a trip to Disneyland and a family event. So I was going to return on a Sunday. So the bus was great. Free Wi-Fi, free movies on the Wi-Fi, and it's pretty cheap rate. So I paid $9.99 with a $2 processing fee, so $11.99 one way, and I paid $11.99 for my return trip. You can find cheaper fares. I saw them at $4.99 and $7.99, but if you don't book early enough, you won't get those rates. I unfortunately booked last minute because I was waiting for some confirmations from things. Anyway, the bus ran a few minutes late getting there and coming back. Totally okay. If you sign up for the updates, it'll tell you that the bus is running late. The only thing I would advise is pay attention to where the bus is going to pick you up. On my trip out, I didn't realize it was in a different spot in Old Town San Diego, so that was bad on me. My fault. I didn't do my homework on that. But for $24, give or take a few pennies, a round trip, it would have cost me that much in gas. It would have cost me that much in stress of parking and traffic and all of that. I got to sit in a bus with strangers, but whatever. Watch a movie, listen to music, do whatever I wanted to do, and I didn't have to pay attention to the road. I didn't have to pay attention to anything but what was on the screen in front of me. I think that's a pretty cool gig. I would highly recommend it. And if you do the math, it works out pretty good, because you figure even at $24, that's a tank of gas in some vehicles. And then wherever you're going, if you got to pay for parking, a lot of hotels are charging for parking now. The only thing is if you don't live in a major city, you might not be able to get a Flix bus. Major cities like Los Angeles, San Diego, Orange County, obviously, because I took it to Anaheim, they all have stops for Flix buses. So do the research. You can go on flixbus.com. They have an app. You can book your tickets through the app. That's the only way I believe you can do it. And it was pretty straightforward. Again, highly recommend it. I'd do it again. And, oh, the other thing I would tell you to do. pay the $1.99 or $2.99 if you want panoramic, aka the windshield. Pay the extra money and get a reserve seat. Otherwise, if you are the, say, the third stop that they're picking up, you're kind of running low on seats, so it's whatever is there, and you're definitely not going to get a window seat. I don't think I would recommend it for large families because the cost can add up for travel. And, you know, you run the risk of your kid sitting next to a total stranger, and you really don't want that. Also, I would recommend that you try to get one of the first stops or reserve your seat, because the ports to plug in your phone or whatever are in, they're on the one bus I was on, it was on the bottom of the seat, which is really awkward if you're going to try to plug in your phone and you have somebody sitting next to you that you don't really know that close. The next trip, I'm going to take Sean. We're probably going to do a Disney day, and he's going to try it out because it works out great. No parking, no driving, we're done. That's it. If you have any comments or questions, go ahead and leave them for me. Thanks. Bye.